As a portent of a future under climate change, Australian cities are experiencing critical water shortages, along with increased flooding, higher temperatures and the degradation of waterways. A Monash-led research project believes the time is right to put a bold idea on the table that could produce 20 to 30% of Melbourne's future water needs, about the same as the $1 billion Wonthaggi desalination plant.
The project is trying to look at this idea of harvesting stormwater, which many parts of Australian communities are already doing, but we want to do it in a more systematic way. And we want to provide the information and the science to give communities and politicians confidence in supporting unique types of technologies to address our water supply issues.
Almost as much stormwater falls on Melbourne as the population use every year, but only a fraction is captured and reused. Billions of litres of free water literally goes down the drain and into Port Phillip Bay. The Water Sensitive Cities project aims to harness the potential of stormwater to overcome water shortages, reduce urban temperatures and improve the landscape and livability of Australian cities.
Stormwater harvesting is not just about water security and capturing water, it's also about managing stormwater pollution. This thing that you see here is actually a very good example of stormwater pollution control measure that we do in Melbourne.
Serious investment by government and business is required to capture the water, clean it and recycle it for the city's non-drinking water uses.
For the last 200 years in Australia, we've basically relied on centralised water supply. So we build dams and reservoirs and so forth outside of our cities, connect a big pipe to it and bring that water into our cities and then put it in a wastewater system and send it away. And we're going to still need that in the future, but we need to supplement that by harvesting water that falls on our cities.
Under the model, in a city like Melbourne, our drinking water would continue to be sourced from dams and desalination, but for each new hectare of new housing, a 100,000 litre tank or holding basin would supply the non-drinking needs of surrounding households. While there are different methods, most involve the capture of stormwater in neighbourhood parks and creeks, then letting nature clean it through biofiltration.
Melbourne developers are spending lots of money building these sort of systems to purify stormwater just for environmental protection. But since that water is of a very good quality, now with new technologies, we can actually do extra and deliver that water to people.
At Sindel South Primary School in Melbourne's east, the theory is being put into practice on a large scale. Stormwater from the schoolyard, as well as the roof, is gravity filtered through layers of sand and screenings before being captured in large underground tanks. The cleaned up water is then pumped up to header tanks, providing the school with over 1 million litres of water for toilet flushing and playing fields. The 370 pupil school has cut its use of fresh water by 2/3.